There we go. All right, let's go. It is Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This is Mike Rickman, like I said, coming to you live from not-so-sunny Ontario, Canada. And I'm just really, really excited to be able to be here, not only as your host, but as your guest speaker tonight, one of your guest speakers. We have a very, very special, talented lady here this evening to help me with this call and educate you and share some of her experiences and some exciting things going on. But I just wanted to be here, and share my role in all of this. If you're new to one of these calls, this is the first time being on one of the OG Sisterhood calls. Maybe you're just listening in and you just got started. Why the heck is this guy Mike talking on the call? Well, let me tell you. I've been a full-time professional network marketer for almost 7 years now, and it's been a real passion of mine, building teams around the world. This is just something that I never thought I would do, but I fell in love doing. And there's something that I realized over these last 7 years when I've looked at anything that I've ever done in this home-based business arena, when I'm looking at, the people crossing the stage, the people that are doing well, when I look at all the people that are driving around in their new cars with stickers all over and, dressing up in fancy suits, and they're always doing well, the majority of those people are women. And you women have really become the lifeblood of this entire industry, and you're certainly the lifeblood of my organization and every organization that I've ever built. So when I was sitting down doing some masterminding with some of the women that I've been working with over the last few years, we said, we should really found the OG Sisterhood. And I said, what a great concept, what a great idea, and it's just such an amazing company that we're building and such an amazing team that we needed something that could really separate the ladies, because you are the lifeblood of this industry, and you deserve a phone call of your own. You deserve a chance to shine all on your own, a chance to develop on your own, and the chance where you can share your stories and where you can be the ones doing these calls and bringing prospects and teaching people exactly what it is the OG Sisterhood is all about. So I might have been the one that maybe came forward with the idea, but I'm definitely not the brains behind the operation. You're going to hear from one of those ladies here today, and I'm definitely not the muscle of this operation, because there are hundreds and hundreds of OG sisters from all across the 34, soon to be 35 countries that are helping us pave the way and helping change lives one cup at a time. So that's really my role. And, why am I here? Well, I am just here, to basically be a coach, to be a mentor, to bring my 7 years of experience, that have allowed me to make over $1 million in this industry. I'm here to just share some of those things with each and every one of you ladies to help you maybe reach some of the goals that you want to achieve. And that's what we're here to do tonight, is to give you a very brief overview of what OrganoGold is and what the OG Sisterhood is, and then you get to determine whether this is something you want to be a part of or not. So I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy to be here, and, I just want to keep this short and keep the call rolling. So I want to share with you a little story about how I got involved with this company. And if you don't know exactly what's going on, our company provides some products that are changing people's lives all over the world by infusing, our number one habit, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, with the most documented nutrition in the world, Ganoderma lucidum. And I was first introduced to this about 3.5 years ago. I was sitting in a restaurant, and I was having lunch with another lady and her husband, and she went to pay for it, and out of her purse fell a little package of coffee. I had no idea what it was, and I just sat there and I said, Karen, what is that? And she said, oh, it's this healthy coffee. And I said, yeah, right. Coffee's not healthy for you. How many people would agree with that? How many people, really know and understand that actually coffee on its own is healthy for you? And for some reason, Karen was telling me that this coffee was even more healthy. And I said, yeah, right. And I laughed and I chuckled and I said, it's not healthy. It can't be healthy. And she said, here, try it. I called the waitress over. I mixed it up right then and there in the restaurant with some hot water. I tried it, and I fell in love immediately. And being in this industry and being an entrepreneur, which is not something that I grew up, actually I was quite shy. I was terrified of talking to people. I never wanted to do sales. I never wanted to run a business. I never wanted to do any of the things that would really put me on a call here tonight. But I was sitting there, and I couldn't help but think back to some of the things that some of my mentors had said to me, some of the people that had actually changed my outlook on how I approach things. Typically, the work world, the economy, business, and everything like that. And there's something that Warren Buffett once said, and he said, make what you love your hobby, Make what everyone else loves your business. And as I was drinking this healthy cup of coffee, I was staring out across the road at what we have up here in Canada, a Tim Hortons, similar to a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks or something like that. And there was actually two of them probably within, 1 kilometer or a mile of each other. And I could see both of them in the middle of a recession. They were lined up out to the road, the drive-through. They were lined up out the doors with people. And I thought, my goodness, coffee, it doesn't matter. How much money people have. It doesn't matter whether we're in a recession. People still buy and drink coffee each and every single day. Whether you like it or not, I don't know whether the guy that owns the coffee shop drinks coffee all day long every day, but he certainly took that piece of advice in making what everyone else loves his business. And I thought, if this coffee really is healthy, if this isn't too good to be true, we're sitting on a potential gold mine. And then I thought back to one of my other mentors, and they said the recipe for success, if you're looking at any business, is having the right company and the right product and then the right people. Those are the three things that really, when you combine them together, can take a company, into the top Forbes list, and they can really make a difference. And that same mentor also told me that there's three things. If you're looking for the right company, there's three things. And ladies, if you're here on this call, I want you to write these 3 bullet points down. If you got a pen and paper there, I want you to write these 3 things down. And as we go through this call, I want you to check them off or highlight them or cross them off, whatever you want to do. But these are the 3 things, the 3 questions that you want to ask yourself if you're ever looking at doing something, especially a business. Number 1, is it simple? Number 2, does it make sense? Number 3, can I do it? Those are the 3 questions that a mentor that had made millions and millions of dollars told me that if you're ever looking at anything, Mike, I don't care what business it is, I don't care what it is, ask yourself those 3 questions. Is it simple? Does it make sense? And can I do it? Well, you got to find the right product. So you need the right company, you need the right product. Your right product or your right service, if you're ever in business, it has to be something that everybody wants. It has to be something everybody needs. It has to be priced for profit. It has to be priced for sale. And it needs to be consumed and replaced. Those are the 5 things that you look at if you're ever looking at selling a product. And I know there's a lot of ladies out here, maybe you were involved in something like an Amway, maybe a Tupperware, maybe a Mary Kay, maybe an Avon, maybe an Arbonne, maybe anything out there. Maybe you've never been involved in anything ever. But if you're ever looking at promoting, sharing, selling a product, it's got to be one of those 5 things. If you want something that's really going to be around and actually allow you to have some freedom, some time with your family, some extra income that you don't have to keep working for over and over again to keep the money coming in, it's got to be something everybody wants. That's coffee. It's got to be something everybody needs. That's coffee. There's a little bit of debate there whether we need coffee or not, but I tell you, ask me or any other avid coffee drinker whether they need their coffee in the morning, and the answer is yes. It's got to be priced for profit, which means if you're going to sell it, you have to be able to make money with it. If that's the purpose of you doing something like this, you need to know that you're not wasting your time. We have families. We have obligations. We have all sorts of things. We have work. We have homes. We have all of these things that we need to do. So if we're going to take any time out of our busy schedules to do something, we have to know that it's going to be worthwhile. Well, is taking a cup of coffee that costs you as a distributor 80 cents, a premium healthy coffee, and being able to sell it for, say, $2 or $3 per cup, is 100, 200, or 300% markup and profit? Is that worth it? Absolutely. Priced for sale. When was the last time you got a premium cup of coffee from Starbucks that was healthy for you for 80 cents? I don't think you ever did. So is it priced for sale? Absolutely. There is no comparison out there. There is nowhere where you can get what we have for the price that we have it. That allows you to be in a market all on your own. And then the last component of whether it's a good product or service, this is the key to residual income. This is the key to you doing something once and being able to get paid month over month, year after year for the rest of your life. You have to have something that needs to be consumed and replaced on a regular basis, preferably daily, weekly, monthly. Well, when you drink a cup of coffee, do you have to replace it? Absolutely. So when you buy a box of coffee, and there's 20 to 30 servings in it, what do you do when you're all done drinking that box of coffee? For me, that box of coffee lasts 1 week. I have to buy it again. That means that what I am doing by marketing the number one habit in the world, I am marketing something that needs to be consumed and replaced. So when you sign up a customer once, when you sign up a coffee drinker once and they fall in love with your coffee, are you ever going to have to remind them to drink your coffee? Absolutely not. Are you ever going to have to remind them that they need to buy coffee again? If you are marketing a product that people want and they need, and it's priced for profit and it's priced for sale and it's healthy and it changes people's lives like what we've got here, you're never going to have to remind them again. That's why we have like an 80% retention rate on the customers that actually drink our products. People want them and they need them. That's how you know that OrganoGold and everything that you're going to hear about in the next few minutes, that's how you know that this is the right company at the right time. We are taking the number one comfort food in the world, the number one habit in the world, and making it healthy. We're taking the number 2 consumed beverage in the world, making it healthy. We're taking the number 2 traded commodity in the world, and we're making it healthy. Did you know that there's over 500 million cups drank every single day in North America alone? Over 2 billion cups drank worldwide every single day. And that over 80% of the people that are over 18 years of age drink coffee every single day. So those first 2 questions that I had you write down, is it simple and does it make sense? It's coffee. It doesn't get any easier than coffee. Absolutely, it doesn't get any easier than making a cup of coffee and sharing it with someone. Does it make sense? Well, I just told you all those reasons. The 80% of the people drink this. There's over 2 billion cups a day drank every single day, and we're taking something healthy and putting into the number one habit in the world. All of those things, I think you can safely check off number 1 and number 2. The last one is, can I do it? And we're going to come back to that. But first and foremost, what you ladies need to do is you need to hear exactly, what do we sell? What are we even promoting and sharing? You know, what is OrganoGold all about? Mike, you just talked about you were introduced to this healthy cup of coffee. Well, what do you have and what makes this so healthy? Well, I'm not a health expert. I'm actually far from a health expert. I never have been. I never will be. You know, I'm the guy that has a gym membership and never goes. I have a Bowflex, but it makes a better, drying rack for all of my shirts than it does exercise equipment. For this next part, I'm going to need one of my very close friends, a business partner, somebody that I trust with my life. She's actually a stay-at-home mom of 3. She's a former professional in the financial services industry. She is well known as one of the health and wellness gurus of our team and of our area, someone that I look up to very, very much. She brings a lot of credibility to our organization and to this profession and our team. She's the type of person that when you look at her, you wonder, where do you get your energy? Where do you get your time and energy? How on earth do you manage? Well, I'm going to bring out Miss Anna Mataisi Storm so that she can share with you exactly which products we have, what makes these so special, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Anna, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. As Mike said, we all need a coach. We all need somebody that helps to motivate us. And I thank you for those kind words because, you were the one that introduced me to this concept almost 3 years ago. So I'm just really excited to be here speaking on the call tonight. I can't say enough good things about these amazing products that we have. I am going to go through and list the products first so that you kind of have an idea of what we're talking about here. And then I'll talk about, what makes them so special. So, starting off, we have a basic black coffee. You can drink it black or you can add whatever you want to it, how you normally drink your coffee. That one is my favorite. We have a gourmet cafe latte. That is a coffee that already has cream and sugar in it for convenience purposes. Take it wherever you go. We have a gourmet cafe mocha, coffee and hot chocolate mixed together. Really, really nice treat. Then we also have a regular hot chocolate as well, which is great for kids. We have a 100% organic coffee called the King of Coffee. We have organic red tea, which is our caffeine-free product, great for restful sleep. We have organic green tea. We have black iced tea, which can be consumed either hot or cold. But what's neat is it's meant to replace those energy drinks out there. It has a little extra kick to it. We also have an energy coffee, which is called our Cafe Supreme, and it has ginseng in it as well. All of those they're all done in individual convenient-sized servings. The one that we have for your coffee pot is exclusive to Organo Gold. It's called Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it before. It is top of the line, cream of the crop coffee. It is amazing. But that's sort of our beverage line. If drinking coffee and tea isn't part of your everyday ritual, if it isn't something that's part of your everyday routine, as it is for many of us, but you still want to get the benefit of this nutrition that we're talking about, you can still get it in supplement form. We have a whole line of supplements, and we also have a beauty line. We have soap, we have lotion, and we have toothpaste. So there's something here for everybody to enjoy, to benefit from this amazing stuff. So, besides the fact that our products taste amazing and they work amazing, what makes them so special? As Mike mentioned, it's what we've put into these products. It's not the products themselves. I mean, they taste great, but it's what we've put into them. It's called Ganoderma lucidum, also known as reishi. It's odorless and tasteless, but it's one of the most powerful adaptogenic superfoods on the planet. It is packed full of antioxidants and phytonutrients, which, as we all know, it's always a struggle to get enough of those into our diet. And I know I'm not alone in saying this. We are so busy looking after everyone else in our lives that we tend to maybe sometimes forget about ourselves. So, I know it's a struggle here for myself to make sure that I get enough good things into my diet. So it makes me happy that I can get these in the Gano products. It's an adaptogenic herb, meaning adaptogen basically means that it's something that wants to go into your body and neutralize and fix everything in your body from the inside out. So it's going to tackle things like naturally balancing your cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar. It helps to reduce allergies, boost the immune system, which is huge, especially, when we're so busy looking after everyone else. We need to stay strong and healthy. Reduces the inflammation and toxins in the body, helps improve quality of sleep, and it helps increase metabolism, which, can help you also lose weight, which is awesome. Now, I know what it did for me and for my family when I tried the products almost 3 years ago. My health completely changed. I went from, crashing in the middle of the day, couldn't even function, needing a nap every time the kids went down, going to bed early and hoping to sleep in. All of that changed for me when I started consuming these products. But the simple thing, the very, very simple thing that attracted me most was the fact that it's coffee. It's something that I'm drinking anyway. It's something I love. It's something I can't go without. Even though it has a very negative stigma to it, it's known as a guilty pleasure, right? But it's a vice for many of us. We generally can't start our day without our coffee. So, that being said, I'm also always very interested in healthy alternatives. So this just made sense to me. This was just the most amazing concept I had ever heard of. I personally wasn't looking for a business at that point in my life. I had just had my third child. She was only 6 months old at the time, but I was more than happy to become a customer. I was happy to try the product for sure. But guess what happened? Sharing is natural for us. If you try a product that changes your life or changes the life of someone you care about, would you not want to share it with everybody that you know? Isn't it something that we already naturally do every single day? We tell people about the things we love. We read a good book, we tell a friend. We visit a good restaurant, we tell a friend. It's just something that we do anyway. But what if you got paid for it? What if you got paid for telling people about this fantastic book you read? What if you got paid every single time you told somebody to visit Costco? The concept just really made sense. So quickly it became a passion. I love coffee, I love health, I love researching, and I love sharing knowledge. I never intended for this to become a job or a career. I am a super busy mom. My boys play hockey. My daughter is still home with me daily. I'm married to a very busy school teacher who is heavily involved in coaching and all community events. Most days, I know I'm not alone here. Most days I feel like I'm nothing more than a cook, a maid, a chauffeur, and a referee. But what I came to realize with staying home to raise my kids, which, I don't regret it at all. That was a choice that I made, and I love it. However, I realized that even stay-at-home moms need to feel inspired and we need to feel empowered sometimes. And this has really filled that void for me. I don't have to miss the things in my kids' lives that are important to me because of having to work. I can now work my business into my life. I can now contribute to the family finances, and I can enjoy this exciting venture that I've come across. So that was my experience of getting started. But, knowing what I know now and the vision and the excitement we've experienced, I never would have been as apprehensive as I was back then, 3 years ago. If you were ever thinking of the right concept at the right time, we're taking the coffee industry and we're pairing it with the health and wellness industry. And again, it just makes sense. So believe me, if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm going to turn the call back over to Mike. You there?
Awesome. I am here. Thank you so much, Anna. It's amazing hearing from you. I love hearing your story, and you hit the nail on the head there. Where I've known you for quite some time, and if you can do this, if you can go from just wanting to be a happy customer to now being one of the top producing females that I've ever worked with, you took no experience and built an organization of over 500 ladies, in less than a year and a half before, and now we're looking at doing this, the exact same amount this year alone, just with Organo Gold Sisterhood, just with the Extreme team, through these calls, we're looking to build the Sisterhood to 1,500 new members in 2014. So you just have to ask yourself, the final part of that equation, can I do this? Why would you do this? Well, really, the question is, why wouldn't you do this? There's a really good chance, like Anna said, that you've probably read a good book. I always say 50 Shades of Grey. I imagine there's a few ladies on the line that have read that book, and you've probably told someone about it. Have you ever referred a good restaurant or, told somebody about a really good meal you've had? Have you ever watched a good movie and then sat down, probably having a cup of coffee with your girlfriend saying, oh, my goodness, you need to go watch this, or, oh, my goodness, The Bachelor's coming on, oh, my goodness, the, Survivor series, whatever it might be, but we refer good things all the time. Well, let me ask you something. How many people do you know? Or do you know at least 10 people that might drink one of the things that Anna was talking about? How many people do you know that drink at least 1 cup of coffee a day? How many people do you know that drink at least 1 cup of tea a day? How many people do you know? How many women do you know that might just like to be able to contribute a little bit to the household finances? Maybe you feel trapped and stuck at home where you don't want to get back into the work world, but you also, need to be able to do something. You want to contribute, but you don't want to miss out on, the kids. You want to, feel successful. You have that urge. You want to do well. Well, that's what the OG Sisterhood is all about. It's about all of you women coming together, promoting each other, building something together so that you can be recognized on a worldwide global stage. And it's all done by just drinking and sharing coffee and tea with people. Something that you're doing every single day anyways. The only difference is yesterday you weren't getting paid, but tomorrow you might be. So whether you want to make $50 a month and get your product for free, or you want to make $500 a month and maybe have a car payment, or you want to make $5,000 and maybe bring a spouse home, or you want to make $50,000 a month and be one of the top income earners. If you saw some of the posts on Facebook, if you saw some of the things right now, you would recognize that 82% of the women in the United States that make $100,000 a year or more have done it through direct sales, have done it through a home business. 82% of the women in the United States that make over $100,000 did it through a business just like this. That tells me, ladies, that you are here, you're at the right place at the right time, and my job is to teach you a proven system that can help you achieve whatever it is you want. That's what I bring to the table. That's what I bring to, that's the value that I bring to all of this. You just have to decide. You just have to get in where you fit in, and you just have to decide, do I want to try some of these products and pay retail price and see how they work for me, or do I want to try some of these products and pay wholesale price? You do not have to decide here today whether you want to make $500,000, $5,000, $50,000. All you have to do is get in touch with the person that invited you here and let them know which products you would like to try, how much you would like to try, and whether you want to pay retail or wholesale. And if you can answer that question, then you can answer a yes to the can I do it, because I know you can share a cup of coffee with somebody because you're going to do it tomorrow anyways. And if you had all 3 yeses on those questions, I want to go ahead and, have you just draw a little black Mercedes underneath all those yeses. Put yourself in that black Mercedes, because that's one of the other perks with being an OrganoGold Sisterhood member. Here's how simple it is to get yourself a black Mercedes. If you can work with us as a team, build a group of 30 people, 30 women that are all focused on becoming a star achiever with our company. 30 people could put you in a new black Mercedes, and I think that would make you a very happy person. It'll also contribute an extra, probably $1,000 a month to your household income, and it's just simple. It's easy. It's coffee. That's what the Sisterhood is all about. That's what the Extreme Team's all about, and that's what OrganoGold's all about. I want to thank each and every one of you ladies for being on here tonight. It's been an honor and a pleasure from me, and I know that Anna feels the exact same way. Thank you for taking a half an hour out of your evening, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Get back in touch with the person who invited you. Take care. Have a good night. God bless.